Hello, hello. Good morning, all. Making sure my technology's here. If you can hear me. Whoops. Okay, I think we're good. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Say hello. I want to hear from you guys, hear where you're from. Okay. So, I have some really exciting news because I've talked to a lot of you guys in this group, and I love getting to know you and hearing your story, walking you through what's keeping you stuck. And I know a lot of you have been interested in coaching. And I know a lot of times the timing hasn't been right or the finances haven't been there. So I think you're going to want to stick around for this entire video. I'll keep it pretty short, but I just wanted to let you know what I am starting. And this is brand new. So, okay. So I want to ask you a few questions too, to make sure that this is right for you. So I want you to just comment below as we go, if you feel like this is you. Okay. So would you be interested in losing weight for the last time? I mean, I think that's probably pretty obvious, but if you could go on a journey that was going to equip you to have the mindset to know how to lose weight for the last time, so you could just be at that weight that you want to be and not worry about it, comment last time. Okay, I think I probably know the answer to this, but let me know if that is you, because that's who this is for, this program that I'm creating. If you're kingdom-minded mom and you feel like you have tried it all, let me know in the comments what type of programs you have tried. Weight Watchers, paleo, counting calories, keto, like what are the systems that you have tried so far? So comment that below as well. And also if you're watching live, say hey, and if you're watching the replay, just do #replay so that I can know you guys are here. I'm curious, how much money do you think you have spent on your weight loss journey? If you had to guess, or maybe it's too much to add up. I don't know. So let me know if you can give me an idea of how much you think you've spent. Have you felt like something is wrong with you? And I talked about this on Monday, how so many of us feel like we are the problem. Like we just can't figure out this weight loss thing. What's going on? Have you felt burdened by low confidence or shame? And if so, just comment yes below. Okay. And then ultimately, like, do you have this desire within you? And I'm assuming you do. If you're a kingdom-minded woman, like you have that desire in you to live life on purpose, to live out the scroll that God has written for you. But you just feel like your weight is such a burden that if you could just, man, stop thinking about it so much and you could live so much freer. So if that's you, comment yes. And I get it. Like the weight loss industry is so confusing because there are so many different ideas being thrown at you and different advertisements being thrown at you, and it gets really confusing. So I have been thinking through all these things and I want to help women through this, but there is often a missing piece. So in the program I run, Fit Moms Academy, we start at the very beginning with this idea of kingdom purpose. And if you've watched my webinar, I talk about that a lot too. So when we know, when we have a really good why, like why we want to lose weight, who it's going to affect, what God has designed my life for, and how I can do that so much better when my vessel is healthy and when I am living out, without this brain fog and all the effects of, being overweight. When I can live that way, my life is going to be so much better. But I have found that sometimes it's even hard to fully connect to that kingdom vision. So I started thinking and praying, okay, why is that? Why is it some of us have a hard time like connecting to that? Why doesn't it click? So without having that, without having this piece that I'm about to tell you about, we really can't have a really strong view of our purpose. And that is to really understand our identity. Okay, so that word gets thrown around a lot, our identity. What does that even mean? Like that's thrown around in a lot of different ways. So identity, who you are, why you're made, the power that you have, right? The power that you have walking in the spirit. Like Jesus promises that we're able to do greater things than he even did. So there is power in knowing your identity. And in our world, it's really confusing right now. There's lots of different identities out there and various aspects of culture. I think we can all agree that it's confusing. So, why can we not fully accept our identity? Or maybe you know that at a head level, but you can't figure out in your heart why you can't accept the identity of abundance or good things or love, all those things. Why can you not accept that? Well, especially as we tie your identity to weight loss, there are roots that have been planted. So your struggle with weight is simply the fruit. It is simply the behavior that the fruit that has a lot deeper roots to it. I have worked with a lot of clients and I know that this is true. Like there is something that has laid roots into your heart. Maybe it was as a child, maybe it's in your marriage. Usually it's younger. Usually it's in your younger years. There are roots, there are seeds that have been planted and they've been allowed to grow that have created lies about your identity. That's the war on your identity. So we need to dig up the roots. If you want to have lasting success, if you want to stop yo-yo dieting, stop self-sabotaging, if you want to stop doing the thing that you don't want to do, then we have to go to the roots, identify them, recognize the lies, dig them up, and then we start declaring a different story over your life, a true story, a story that God says about you. Okay. So do you see the difference? You're not stuck battling those roots forever. We have to show you how to do that. Okay. And then once you can start declaring the truth and declaring the story that God wants for you and walking in alignment with that story, then you can get really excited about your kingdom vision. And then everything starts to fall in line with the weight loss. Then you get a fresh, some fresh fruit growing. Okay. Good fruit. And then you get excited to eat real food. And then you get excited to do the things that are going to treat your vessel well, because you have work to do. And it's not out of a place of having to, but it's getting to and wanting to and being able to advance the kingdom. And guys, if you're watching the news, I mean, I was heartbroken yesterday with some of the news and it made me motivated even more. Like, we have to have women who are excited to step into their purpose, because we need a revival and we need it really badly. Can you agree? If you know that we need a revival, comment revival in the comments. Like, we need you to step into your purpose and stop living in this cloud of walking through life, not knowing where you're going and being complacent. Like, we need you to step into your purpose, because your purpose is going to affect that little, maybe big area of life that needs you. And we need you to show up and spread the gospel in your little area of the world in the way that only you can. So if your weight is keeping you from that, we have to dig up those roots and figure out why and figure out what we can do differently so that they're gone. Can I get an amen? Do you want that? Okay, so if you've been listening to this now and you know that the roots are keeping you stuck in the struggle with weight, comment roots. Okay. So comment roots if you know that that's a problem. So again, this could be roots of complacency, roots of lies about like you're not lovable. We talked about some of this on Monday. You can go back and listen to that. Roots of having to achieve to earn the love. Okay. Those are just a few. There are a lot of different ones. Okay. If you want to know how to fix those roots, I have a brand new program. And we're starting middle of June 13th. But the thing is, I'm only taking 25 people. And you get to join us with our Fit Moms. And I am doing this at a major discount. So compared to my normal cost of coaching for a month, I'm giving you a 70% discount. So I'm only charging $297 for 4 weeks of coaching to help you to dig up these roots. And I want to do this because it's a brand new program. I want to bless 25 of you who have been struggling and you recognize that you want to change, but maybe you've struggled again. Maybe the timing hasn't been right. Maybe you haven't known how to do it. Maybe you haven't had the finances. I wanted to make something that's really affordable for coaching. Okay. So again, 4 weeks, 70% off our normal price. This is the only time I'm going to have coaching available at this price for this program. So this is the only time you can get in, and it's going to fill up. So make sure if you want information, just type info in the comments and we'll get you the link to sign up. You're going to get, again, 4 weeks of training where we're going to dive into identity, how to dig up those roots, how to declare a new story over your life, and how to get you excited for Kingdom Vision. So this is the foundation of weight loss that you have been missing. If you're a kingdom minded mom and you continue to struggle with your weight, this is what you've been missing. So you're going to want to sign up for this. It's going to give you a community. It's going to give you coaching to process, and we're going to help break the chains that are keeping you stuck. So again, 25 spots, type info in the comments if you want to be one of those 25, and we'll get you the website sent over to sign up and get you rolling. If you have questions, just if we're not friends already, send me a friend request and we can chat through any questions that you have, but it's going to be really, really good. We're going to go a little bit deep and help you to process things that maybe you haven't before, make some connections that maybe you have not made before, so that you can start the healing process and start getting really excited about being healthy and stop self-sabotaging and stop the yo-yo dieting. Like, that's not living in freedom, and we want you to live in freedom. So again, comment info below, and I can't wait to see who signs up and who's a part of our new community to dig up these roots. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day.